you should do in prison is take your own weight. Like, say, me and you are Cellies, and I have a knife, and somehow or another when they search, they find it. Instead of not saying anything, I should speak up and say it's mine. I got a couple stories where people didn't do that. The first one, I think somebody had told them that there was something going on in that cell, and that's why they searched it. It seemed like it was a targeted cell search. And they went there and they found a syringe. The 2 COs. So they take them, they call them over to the cell, and they asked them, they said, who's this belong to? And nobody said anything. They didn't say a word, neither one of them. He tells them, if nobody says anything, you're both going to the hole, so whoever it belongs to might as well speak up. No one said anything. And they went to the hole. I don't know, excuse me, what happened after that. I'm hoping that the guy, you know, after he was in the hole, finally said, well, it was mine, you know. You're in the hole. Anyway. The next one, I think it was just a random search, you know, they got to do so many cells a month. You know, each cell has to be searched once by the day shift and once in the evening. So every day they'll do like 1 or 2 cells, whatever. Some people do more, and they just basically walk in and out. They'll pay attention. But they went in there and they found some pills. And they called them over. Whose is this? One guy says, it's not mine. The other guy immediately blasts him and starts fighting him. Now, why do you think he did that? Because basically, if you say it's not mine, you're saying it's the other guy's. So he basically snitched on him. I don't think the guy meant to, like, dry snitch or whatever. I think he was just saying it's not mine. You know, but still, if it's not yours, then you're saying it's the other guy's. So I've seen so many cases where people have not said anything, but I'll tell you something, how it should go down. And I've seen this happen because it was my Cellie. Me and my Cellie both had knives, you know. Mine was like plexiglass, his was metal, and we thought we had them hidden in good places. Well, apparently mine was. And I ain't going to say the places where we hide stuff because, you know, the CO's watching. They might use that. But his got caught. I was actually more worried about mine being found than his being found. But they found his. And they called us out, you know, they pretty much done searching, and they said, and he was looking at me as he said it, as if he automatically thought it was mine. And he goes, which one does this belong to? My Cellie immediately spoke up, said, it's mine. That's how it should be done. And I would have done the same thing. If they found mine, I would have said, it's mine. You know, but there's some people that don't do that. They think that if nobody says anything, they can't prove the search. It's in yourself. And you can't get away with saying, well, I moved in here and I didn't know that it was there, you know. I mean, you can try that defense, but it's not going to work. Now, if you're in a dorm and you, because that's an open area, you know, they can't really pin anything on you. You can put it on an empty bunk or something. You can put it anywhere in the dorm, and if they find it, they can't say whose it is. Anyway, that's all I got for you. And people was asking me about Shoestring and how he's got his name and everything. I'll do that video next. Shoestring, man. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.